Hello dear children, welcome back to the class. In this video, we'll discuss how to find mean by assumed mean method, right? To find out the mean, there are three methods, right? One is a direct method, which you guys are already aware of. It's quite simple. Then second method is assumed mean method, all right? So assumed mean method means we are going to take one value and we are going to assume that that is mean. Then we are going to find out the deviation and all. Okay, that is the second one, and third one is the step deviation method. Now in this playlist of statistics, you will be getting all these details, and you have details about how to find mode of the group data and how to find a median of the group data. All those details are already there in the playlist. You can have a look at them, and we have details about Ogive curve also. So you know about the Ogive curve, right? So how to draw those Ogive curves, and how to convert the data into less than type, and how to convert the data into more than type. All those problems are also discussed in this playlist, the entire statistics. So whatever statistics is there, so entire statistics concepts are discussed in this playlist. Anyway, the target of this video is how to find mean by assumed mean method. All right, so let us take a question and then solve it. All right, so write down this question. Find mean of the find mean of the following data by assumed mean method. All right, by assumed mean method. Now here is the data, so I'm going to give you the data here. So we have got the class interval, and here it is the frequency is usually represented by fi, right? So class interval is 0 to 10, then 10 to 20, then 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to 50. So these are the class intervals, and frequencies are given as 2, 4, 10, 2, and 6. All right, so this is the given data. Now by using this given data, you have to find out the mean by assumed mean method. All right, so the first step is quite simple. The first step is you have to add one more column here. Okay, and you have to call this as xi. Okay, so this is known as class mark, right? So you know the formula for xi, right? So xi, so I'll give some space here to do all the calculations and all. So I'll write here, so xi is equal to upper limit plus lower limit, or you can say a lower limit plus upper limit also, no problem. Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. For example, in this 0 to 10, we have got 0 to 10, right? So this 0 is known as lower limit, and this 10 is known as upper limit. If you add them, 0 plus 10, so that is 10, then 10 divided by 2 is 5, right? So that will be the value of xi. Now if you take this example, have a look at this example, 10 to 20. 10 plus 20 is 30, then 30 divided by 2 is 15. So there is a gap of 10 here. 5 to 15, there is a gap of 10. Okay, so here we are going to get it as 25. Why? Because 20 plus 30, 20 plus 30 means it is 50. 50 by 2 is 25. All right, so similarly I am going to have 35, then 45. Look at this, 40 to 50 is 90. 90 by 2 is 45. So this is the value of xi. All right, now here is the end of direct method. Now you are going to find out fi xi, then sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi, that will give you mean. So that is by direct method. Now you have to find it by assumed mean method. No, among these whatever these things are there, no, I mean 5, 15, 25, 35, and 45, you have to assume anyone as assumed mean. Usually I mean 5 entries are there, no, starting 2 entries you leave them, last 2 entries you leave them, and whatever comes here, you assume this as assumed mean and you call it as a. All right, you can mark this as a. So I'm going to write here, so let assumed mean, let assumed mean is equal to a is equal to, what is that value, 25. All right, so I'm going to call it as I mean assumed mean. Then after that we are going to find out something called deviation, that is called as di. Di is equal to, the formula is xi minus a. It's quite simple. Again, let me complete this table. Along with me, you also complete this so that it becomes easy for you to solve. Now xi minus a, what is xi? 5 is xi here. What is a? 25. So 5 minus 25 is minus 20. All right, now here what is xi? Now look at this xi. So this xi is like 15. 15 minus 25. 15 minus 25 means it becomes minus 10. Then here 25 is there. Again here also xi minus a is there. Xi is 25. A is also 25. So 25 minus 25. So this is going to be 0. Then afterwards we have 35. 35 minus 25 is 10. Then 45 minus 25 is 20. So this is the value of di. All right, then after that we have to find out the value of fi into di. Okay, so fi into di, let me complete this. Okay, column. So fi into di, how to do about fi into di? So fi is 2 and di is minus 20. So 2 into minus 20 is minus 40. Then afterwards now you have to do it as 4 into minus 10. 4 into minus 10, how much it will be? 4 into minus 10 is again this is also minus 40. Then 10 into 0 is 0. Then 2 into 10 is 20. Then 6 into 20 is 120. So we got these values, all these values. All right, now we have to find out this sigma fi. Here only you are supposed to write sigma fi. What will be the value of sigma fi? 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus 10, 16. 16 plus 2, 18. 18 plus 6, 24. All right, so you please do this calculation so that you get to know about that. Then afterwards you have to find out sigma fi into di here. So sigma fi di, try to do this. Minus 40 minus 40, how much is that? Minus 80, correct? Then 0 is there, leave that. Then 20 plus 120, it becomes 140, right? So 140 minus 80 is 60. All right, so sigma fi into di is what? Sigma fi into di is there, no? So that value we got it as 60. All right, now we want x bar, right? So x bar means mean we need to find out. But as we got to know about sigma fi di and sigma fi, let us write d bar. D bar is equal to, what is the formula? Sigma fi into di divided by sigma fi. So you must be asking me, sir, why are you finding out d bar? See, x bar is equal to, you know the formula, no? What is that? Sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi. So similarly, I am going to have the formula for d bar also. All right. So anyway, so this is the rough work what I did. You can rub this off also, no problem. Then afterwards, d bar is equal to sigma fi into di means what is there? Just have a look at this di. Di means di is equal to xi minus a, right? So I'm going to write it as xi minus a. Then divided by sigma fi, I will write it. All right. So then moving forward, so this becomes a d bar is equal to sigma fi xi. I will separate this. Sigma fi xi minus sigma fi into a, then all divided by sigma fi. All right, so then again I'm going to split this up. That becomes d bar is equal to sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi minus sigma fi into a divided by sigma fi. All right, so then I'm going to have a d bar is equal to sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi. I told you, no? So this is x bar. So this is what we want actually, x bar minus this a is constant. This is assumed mean. So I'm going to take that a outside. Then I'm going to have sigma fi divided by sigma fi. So this sigma fi they get cancelled. Then I'm going to have a d bar is equal to x bar minus a. All right, I'm interested in x bar. I will keep x bar there only. I'm going to send this minus a this side. It becomes d bar plus a. All right, so this is what I'm going to write it as, x bar is equal to a plus d bar. Now please tell me what is the formula for d bar. X bar is equal to a plus d bar means, have a look at this, d bar is equal to sigma fi divided by sigma fi, right? So that becomes d bar is equal to sigma fi di divided by sigma fi. All right, then afterwards x bar is equal to a means already we know that value. What is the value of a? Assumed mean is 25. So let me substitute that a is 25 plus then sigma fi di. What is the value of sigma fi di? Already we calculated, that is 60, and sigma fi is 24. So I'm going to write it as 60 divided by 24. All right, so it becomes a 6 fours and 6 tens, correct? Then 4 ones are, then 4 twos are 8, then 2 is the carry, then 5. So it becomes x bar is equal to 25 plus 2.5. So 25 plus 2.5 is what is this value? Then x bar is equal to 27.5. All right, so this is quite a simple case, dear children. Let me give you all the hints. Let us summarize what we have done. So class interval will be given to you, no doubt in that. Then frequency will be given. You can find out this xi, that is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. You will get to know that. Now among this, you can assume anyone as mean. Assumed mean you can take 5 also, 15 also, 25 also, 35 also, 45 also. You can take any one value, but usually it is the custom that middle value. For example, here 2 are there and here 2 I am leaving, so middle one I am taking. If 6 entries are there, 2, 4, 6 entries are there, at that time you can take third one or fourth one, that is up to you. Here also you can take fourth one, no issues. But whenever middle term, if you are taking, that is the usually preferred method. Then you have to assume that. Then you have to find out the deviation. This is known as deviation. How much it is deviated. See, actually we assumed 25 as the mean, but how much we got? We got it as 27.5, no? So mean is deviated by 2.5. That is the meaning of it. All right, so we are going to find out all this deviation, that is di is equal to xi minus a, that is 5 minus 25 and it becomes minus 20, 15 minus 25 and it becomes minus 10, like that. Then afterwards fi into di we are going to calculate. Then we did this basic algebra to find out this x bar, and we substituted this value, and we got the value of mean. So that's it. All right, so if this video was useful to you, then give it a thumbs up and share it among your friends so that good work reaches everyone, and comment down what you want to listen from us, and definitely subscribe to the channel, because that keeps us motivating to make many more videos like this. So thank you very much for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye bye.